descendants of Adam, chosen by the Most High God. We started as kings, priests, became slaves, 1619. We started as Hebrews and they renamed us Negroes. Now the roar of the lion has awakened his people.
The lust to control other human beings is a story as old as time. There's a very strong drift in the direction of globalization, of the ultimate centralization of control in the hands of unelected officials at supranational organizations.
They want all of the resources of the world in their pocket.
The bigger picture is that an attempt is underway now to collapse liberal democracy and replace it with global technocracy.
This is a coup. They're saying we can control with rules. We don't need currency anymore.
It's like an inverted prison. You are supposedly free to roam about, but everything you want to access is behind lock and key.
The potential for social control is gigantic and potentially irreversible.
They plan to commandeer land, reduce farming, and radically change the food we eat, transform the supply of electricity, and then dictate how we use it, and replace currency with a system of credits. All three strategies are built on the premise of a climate crisis caused by carbon dioxide.
I do not think there's a climate crisis, and I base that on all the evidence and the climate data sets that we build to answer questions just like that. The government is very clear that they want a catastrophic story.
There is no single science paper that proves conclusively that humans control all or most of the global climate.
Europe's mad dash towards net zero is effectively economic suicide. Politicians are purposely impoverishing ordinary people, purposely deindustrializing Europe.
It's just tremendous amount of damage in the name of saving the planet. It does make you ask, what is it we're actually saving if we're paving it over?
I think what we're dealing with here is actually a global war on agriculture.
When you look at how many farms are selling up, we're walking into food shortages.
If I can switch everybody from real food to pharma food, then 100% of the agriculture industry can go through my publicly traded stocks, and I have complete control.
This is the biggest public relations scam in the history of the world. But it's far more than that. It's a blueprint. It is the action plan.
All life on Earth is going to be radically changed.
Everything will be monitored. The environmental consequences of every human action.
The general population cannot fathom the psychopathy of the vision that they're facing.
Once the digital ID is in place, it's game over for humanity.
Two sticks coming together. Let's dance about it. Take me home to Zion. I wanna go to Zion. Take me home to Zion. I wanna go to Zion. Two sticks coming together. Two sticks. Two sticks coming together. crisis. It's your time to rise. Show me the way to Zion. Show me the way. Show me the way to Zion. I need another way. Show me the way to Zion. Show me the way. Show me the way to Zion. Show me the way. Take me home to Zion. I wanna go to Zion. Take me home to Zion. I wanna go to Zion. Two sticks together, coming together. Two sticks together, two sticks together.
Don't send Toby away. Toby be good for your hand, boss. Good for your hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand and you can stay here.
Toby stay. Toby stay. Toby be good now. Toby be real good.
How to exit the matrix, the 5 components needed for freedom from the mainstream system. Number 1, land. This is the foundational resource upon which freedom from the mainstream system is built. Without access to land, all the other components of freedom are inaccessible. That's why when I sold my home and business and set off in search of freedom, I had a singular goal in mind: access land. Number 2, water. This is the lifeblood of any independent system, and having access to clean and reliable water is fundamental. The very first thing I did after accessing our land was to drill a 60-meter borehole from which we pump into a 10,000-litre storage tank and gravity feed our entire farm with clean water. Number 3, energy. Independent energy production such as solar, wind or hydro is crucial for freedom. That's why our farm is run entirely from off-grid solar power. Number 4, food production. If we wish to sustain ourselves outside the mainstream system, we must not be dependent on it to feed ourselves. Therefore, producing your own food is a must. We've transformed our bare land into a thriving farm in just over a year and are already producing over 90% of our own food. Most people are aware of these first 4 components of freedom, and combined they symbolize the goal of self-sufficiency. But self-sufficiency is a scam. Becoming self-sufficient, you may be able to survive outside the mainstream system, but you will never thrive. And you definitely won't have freedom, because you will have swapped your slavery to the mainstream system for slavery to your own system. Systems do not have a mind of their own. They operate as they were designed, and the system designed around a single person or family, i.e. self-sufficiency, by default can never offer freedom. True independence, true freedom, can only be built with component number 5, and that's community. A like-minded and supportive community is the secret to truly thriving outside of the mainstream, and is essential to creating freedom. And that's why our farm is a community farm. We harness the collective skills, knowledge, labour, wisdom and resources of our community to not just survive outside the mainstream system, but to thrive.
Raised here, y'all raised the fucking rate so fucking high. Can't afford to live here, but y'all gonna bring some other motherfuckers here? That doesn't fucking add up. It doesn't make no fucking sense. None. I'm fucking homeless. I work a full-time job, 40 hours, and can't pay to live here.
All right, Israelites, there you have it. This Sunday, June the 8th at 1 p.m. USA Eastern Standard Time. You need to register for the Two Stick Society meeting at www.thenegronetwork.com. It's your choice. It's your life. You can either listen to a lot of the Israelites today on YouTube that's not doing anything, and they believe that the modern day land of Israel is the Holy Land, is the land of Canaan. They believe and teach that Babylon is a system when Revelation chapter 18 says that there's going to be mourning and famine, aka starvation, and smoke rising to the sky from the burning of the fire of Babylon. So how can a system mourn? How could a system starve or go through famine? How can a system be on fire and the smoke rises to the heavens and the presidents of the earth and the ship people in the ships on the sea are going to see the system burning? How could a system be thrown down and destroyed by water from a great millstone that is cast into the sea? How could a system have its lights all go out and not shine anymore? How can a system be a great city? How can Babylon be everywhere when we know that everywhere is not the city called Babylon? So we have to pay attention to these Israelite leaders that are leading us astray. The Vatican does not trade and do import, export with the other nations. The other nations are not getting rich off of merchandise, the merchants, the import, export trade. The Vatican only makes Bibles and religious paraphernalia. So we know that the Vatican is not Babylon because it's not a merchant that deals with other nations, that other nations are getting rich. We have to start using our heads, guys. At the end of the day, we know that America is not our land. This is not our homeland. This is not the land of Canaan. It's not Jerusalem. We're not indigenous Indians. We have to understand this very clearly. So what are you going to do as America starts getting harder and harder to survive in? What are you going to do when they cut food stamps, EBT cards, cut Medicaid, cut Section 8 housing, cut these vouchers for landlords? What are you going to do when these things start to happen and things are really tight in terms of getting housing, in terms of getting free food, in terms of getting bill assistance, in terms of getting medical aid because you're poor, you don't have a job? What are people going to do in these times when people are getting laid off because of the tariffs, because of AI? People have no jobs. What are people going to do in America? Hyperinflation starts setting in. What are people going to do? How are they going to feed themselves? How are they going to house themselves? How are they going to take care of their medical needs? How are they going to put gas in their car? How are they going to do these things, guys? We have to start planning and preparing now. The Bible says that a prudent man foresees the danger and he hides himself, he escapes, he prepares, and the foolish do nothing. If you've seen the movie Homestead, you know that these white people that are in America, they're preparing, either preparing for war, a race war, militias, they're preparing for a collapse, they're preparing for homesteading to militarize and secure their compounds so they can survive to the end, or they're just leaving America, the mega rich, and they're going to other countries such as Africa. While us black people being told by the Israelites to wait on UFOs and to wait on reparations, and that it's not time to leave. And if we need to leave anywhere, we need to go to Israel, but Israel has nothing for us. They're in a constant state of war and fighting and violence. Yes. So guys, it's up to you. It's your life. It's your choice. At the end of the day, we're moving. We're not waiting on nobody. Two-Stick Society General Meeting this Sunday at 1 o'clock p.m. See how you can be a part of this society and how you can start to plan and prepare. Even if you're not ready to leave America this year or next year, we need to start planning and preparing, because when the time comes and things hit the fan, you want to know where you can go and what community, what group of Hebrews have already started to pave the way with forerunners like myself who are already in Africa and have been here for the last couple of years. So guys, ask your Israel leader, what should we do? Most cases, they don't have the answer for you. Most cases, they're going to give you something that doesn't make any sense. And they're going to tell you to just keep the commandments. And that's your seal and your ticket of righteousness, that you're not going to receive any of the plagues that come to Babylon. You can take your chances, but my advice to you is to use logic and critical thinking in this reality we live in today. Remember, God didn't tell Noah to tell the whole world that the flood was coming. God didn't tell Abraham a lot to go warn all the people in Sodom and Gomorrah that the city was going to be destroyed. He didn't do that. The angels and the Most High warned specific people, Noah and his family, Lot and his daughters, and the daughters' husbands or brides-to-be. They laughed like it was funny, it was a joke, and they didn't get saved. So we have to understand that the Most High is gracious enough to give us warning signs and instructions in the Old Testament and the New Testament that we need to flee Babylon lest we receive her plagues. It says this. It tells us what's going to happen to Magog. What's going to happen to Gog and Magog's army. It's going to tell us what's going to happen to Babylon. It tells us this. So we need to be prudent and do our due diligence to see how can we get back to the land of Canaan. And in case you don't know where the land of Canaan is, you still don't believe that it's in sub-Saharan Africa, then you need to go to h2ntv.com, subscribe, and watch all the Hebrews to Negroes movies, including Hebrews to Negroes 3, Sound Their Alarm, Volume 1, 2, and 3. So you can understand the Bible prophecy is happening right now as we speak with the rising of Gog and Magog's army. Gog and Magog's army have one particular interest and desire in mind, and that is the land of Canaan. Remember that. Gog and Magog's army and alliance have one thing in common. They desire to plunder and spoil and prey upon the land of Canaan. These are non-Greco-Roman peoples. These are not Shemitic people. These are non-Greco-Roman sons of Japheth and two sons of Ham, Cush and Put. Use logic and critical thinking, guys. Register for this Zoom meeting this Sunday, 1 o'clock p.m. USA Eastern Standard Time. Go to www.thenegronetwork.com and register. Do not delay.
In the Bible, Christ tells us that one of the signs of the end of the world is deception. Distraction is considered by many to be a tool of deception. But what else will happen in the last days? There will be wars and rumors of wars, famines, pestilences, tsunamis, earthquakes, meteors falling to the earth, celestial signs, economic collapses, social decline, violence, the lack of love, food shortages, hunger, hyperinflation, sexual immorality, idolatry, blasphemy, false prophets, false Christs, and the fall of mystery Babylon, which hearkens the fall of the last ruling kingdom on earth.
Guys that think logically,
but there is one prophecy that is often overlooked and understudied in the Abrahamic faith, and that is the prophecy of Gog and Magog, which is directly tied to the Battle of Armageddon,
Sunday, 1 p.m.
in which God delivers a final judgment to the nations a part of Gog and Magog's army. The people of Gog and Magog's massive army is recognized in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. In Islam, Yajuj and Majuj are trapped in a faraway land. But when the day of judgment comes, they will all gather together to conquer the world. In the book of Ezekiel 38,